So we're going to go over some business owner training. Everybody has this. You should have the one that has the 3 bullet points. That's the newest one. Okay? There's a couple keys. We're calling on the business owner. So everything is going to tie in to what it is that we discussed here today. So everything that we went over here today is going to kind of tie in, starting from the stuff that we went over this morning, tax burden strategies, delivering the IUL illustration, and now this is going to be kind of like inserting the middleman. Because this part right here, when you get good at this, again, I'm going to take you back to 9 a.m. this morning. 9 a.m. this morning, what were some of the 2 or 3 key points that you took away from 9 a.m. this morning? Just shout them out.
Energy.
Influence, energy, transfer your energy. So energy's one. Absolutely. Transparency. Belief. Belief in what?
Belief in the product and yourself.
Belief in the product. Belief in yourself. Probably belief in yourself is probably the most important one. What else? What? Resilience. Having resilience. Anything else? Being evangelical about your cause, about your mission. If you keep all those core principles at the forefront of your mind, when you start to go through this, it'll make your life a lot easier. I didn't say it's going to be easy. It's not. This is probably one of the hardest things that you're going to do. You know what's easy? Taking a lead, calling it, scheduling an appointment, and going and seeing somebody. That is easy to do. That can be taught. This is a skill that needs to be developed. Why? Because of fear. False evidence appearing real. That's all fear is. All fear is a story that you told yourself about what someone might say to you, about what something might happen. That's all that is. And I can tell you right now that if you can just clear that out and understand that you're only dealing with another human being, you're going to be okay. This can be done. There's a couple key things. Look on the back. It says formula to success. The formula to success is 20 businesses a day. Not 10, not 5, not 7, 20. Why is 20 the number? 20 is the number because when I was out in the field 5 days a week, I knew how many statements I needed to pick up for that merchant service company. And I knew how many businesses I needed to call on in order to pick up 5 statements a day. And then to convert those 5 statements into 2 to 3 sales a week. And all I did, if you remember, is I took those principles and we're just applying it to insurance, which in my feeling, insurance is an easier sale directly to the consumer than merchant service. You want to talk about competition? They already have a terminal in their business. And I'm the 17th guy walking through the door that week. True story. Along with everybody else trying to sell them stuff. You know who's not going out to talk to them? State Farm, Farmers, Progressive, Nationwide, New York Life. These folks, Northwestern Mutual, they're not teaching this. Every other IMO in our space, they're not teaching this. They're not teaching how to go directly to the client, directly to the consumer. So there has to be some sort of mathematical formula. And the number is an even 20. Here's why. Take a look at what it says. 3 days per week. That means if you went out on a Monday, you went out on a Wednesday, you went out on a Thursday. That is going to generate you, between that same week and the following week, 15 appointments on your calendar. Personally, I always like to have, I'm old school, and so I always have my calendar with me. And so literally I would walk in and the only thing I would have with me is this. This is how I would come through. And literally while I'm talking to somebody, I might just have it like this. And why? Because has everybody seen the BD training that I did on the YouTube channel? Okay, one of the things that I talk about is taking that Excel spreadsheet with the B leads on and doing what? Writing all over that puppy, right? writing all over it, right? The last time you saw their medical history, their prescription history, anything you need to know, appointments that you scheduled. I used to write all over that thing. Why? And I do the same thing on the calendar and I bring it in. Why? Because if I'm standing in front of you right there, yeah, it's busy. It's super busy. You see something like that, they're standing in front of you, they're going, it's busy. This woman, she's pretty busy. I don't know what it says on her calendar, I don't know what all the highways, I don't know what this is, but I'm going to pay attention to what they're going to tell me here over the next minute. It's all psychological. So that's going to be, how awesome would it be to have 15 appointments on the books? 15 appointments. It's not a pipe dream, it's real. And it can be done. And we have agents that are ramping themselves up and beginning to do this. But you have to watch. In between your left and right ear, what's going to happen is you're going to go, I can't get past 5 appointments. I can't get past 5. I can't get past 5. And then all of a sudden, you're going to go out one week and you're going to get 10. And then all of a sudden, it's going to be, man, I just can't break that 10 mark. I just can't break that 10 mark. And then you're going to break it again. And then you're going to break it again until you get to that lucky number 15. 15 appointments. Why is this the number? Because if you take a look, out of 15, you will have 5 that for no rhyme or reason will call, leave you a voicemail, and go, I need to cancel. Not interested. Spoke to my tax accountant. Spoke to my priest. Spoke to my lawyer. Spoke to my dog. Right? I spoke to somebody and I decided that I didn't want to have you come in. It's totally normal. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. But just expect 5 to come off from the very top. Then expect another 5 not to give you their full attention. What does that mean? Let's say you walked into a restaurant and you're dealing with the restaurant owner. And here's the key with restaurants. Don't ever schedule a restaurant owner between the hours of 10 and about 2 o'clock. Right, Luke? Is that about right? 10 and 2. That's the lunchtime rush. Never schedule a business owner between 4 o'clock and probably somewhere around 8 o'clock, depending upon, you use good judgment. So that means that your restaurant owners need to be scheduled at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 3 p.m. And then you may have to take an appointment at 9 o'clock at night, maybe sometime during the week. Weekends are probably going to be a little bit tougher. You can get in there on a weekend, get in there on a weekend. We run weekends here, yes? Yes? Yeah. So if you have to get on a weekend, do a weekend. So this is 15 appointments over the course of 7 days. We work Sunday to Sunday. Doesn't mean we work every day, but if you need to take an appointment on a Sunday, I would go see an owner on a Sunday. All day I would go see somebody. Okay, now if you walk in and they're just in the middle of their day and you can't get their attention, you're gonna have to be able to have this posture. And this posture is not something where you're being derogatory or you're being negative or you're being disrespectful. A posture is, excuse me, I see that you're really busy and I can understand that right now may not have been the best time. I know that you had to ask me to come in, so here's what I did for you. I blocked off 20 minutes in my schedule for you. I blocked off 20 minutes in my schedule to be with you here today. Can you at least do me a favor? Can you shut the door and can you give me 20 minutes of your time? Just like we talked about the other day when I was here. I just need 20 minutes. Some will be able to, and some will not. The ones that are just like, I just can't. I'm scatterbrained. I'm all over the place. Very politely, reschedule, get up, and leave. Walk out. Walk out. Why? Because your time is valuable. And they will see that your time is valuable. It's a posture move. It's not a way to kind of, puff your chest out or anything like that. It's just a way to show them, look, I'm serious. And this is serious business. We're talking about matters that, like, if something happens to you and you can't be here, your employees are affected, your vendors are affected, your customers are affected. Now, they may not understand it, but because you have a high level of belief, you believe it, you know it, because your purpose is so big, this is the stance that you have to take. Is everybody clear on this? Like, this all ties into everything that we talked about this morning. It's just a way for you to be able to present yourself in a professional manner, being in a certain manner that tells the other person, hey, listen, I'm gonna come back, and next time, we'll have a better type of a conversation. I'm respectful of you, I know you're busy, it's totally cool, I'm busy too, I'm not gonna waste mine or your time. Let's reschedule. And then that's it, and then move on. But that's how you deal with that other 5. And I'll tell you right now, if you do it that way, you'll probably be able to convert maybe 2 out of those 5, which is still better than walking out and going 0 for 5, yes? Right? Just going, well, this guy's busy, gotta leave now. On to the next one, right? Down between my legs. I don't know if this works. This kind of sucks. Feel bad about myself right now. Need to go get something to eat. I gotta go do this, right? Want to go home and take a nap. That's what, look, these are the thoughts. This is what happens. So I'm trying to teach you how to guard your mind and be able to posture people, okay, by letting them know how big your purpose is. Then you're going to have your last 5. And your last 5, this is where your best 5 are going to come from. These are the folks that are going to be ready for you. These are the folks that are going to be sitting down with a legal pad, ready to take notes. They've got questions. These are the 5 where when you walk in and you begin to go through that where the sale is made, everybody knows that point in time, where the sale is made, that Q&A, that fact-finding session. This is the point right here where you're going to have someone that's going to stop you and go, you're like a godsend. I was just having this conversation the other day with my spouse. Or I was just having this conversation the other day with one of my brothers or sisters. Because here's what happened. And then they begin to tell you a story about what happened to their parents, what happened to one of their siblings, what happened to a neighbor. Is everybody with me on this? Like, there's going to be people who you sit down with, and they're going to look at you across the table, or wherever you are, and they're going to go, the timing is so great that you're here right now. And it will all be worth it. Because that might be the one individual who not only you're able to help, but then says, hey, I want you to come in for a lunch and learn. I want you to come in and talk to 15 of my employees. I also want to get you in front of this one. I want to get you in front of the board. I want to do this. Oh, you know what? I'm on the board of directors for this other networking group that I'm in. And the next thing you know, business it only takes one. It only takes one, but you'll never know unless you go through the numbers. So, is everybody with me on this? Just give me a yes?
Yes.
Yes? Awesome. Okay. You'll see that the fact-finding doc and where the sales made doc, we're actually going to go through the next step after this is we're going to go through that IUL fact finder. So this gets you in the door, then we're going to role play the fact finder. So let's go through it. If you want to flip it over, you're always the consultant. You're always the consultant for whatever business you're walking into. Walk into the business like you're supposed to be there. You belong there. You walk into a pizza shop, walk into an electrician, walk into a florist, walk into a restaurant. Hi, I'm here to see the owner of the business. Do you have an appointment? I believe they're expecting me. I believe they're expecting me. If you say you have an appointment and you don't, you just flat out lie. Don't start the conversation off with that. I believe they may have been expecting me. If you say, no, I didn't have an appointment, no, they didn't know I was coming, who do you think is going to let you go talk to that owner? No one. They're going to say, get out. They're going to say, leave. They're going to say, busy. They're going to say, they're not available. They don't want to see you. We've got enough of that. It doesn't matter what you have to say after that. They're just not going to let you. Okay? So you just have to, yes, I'm here. I belong here. I'm here to speak to the owner of the business. Okay, where are you from? I'm a consultant with other restaurants in Bucks County. I work with all the pizza shop owners all throughout Montgomery County. I work with all the HVAC electricians all throughout Philadelphia, all throughout Pittsburgh, all throughout Montgomery, all throughout Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Wherever it is that your feet are standing, that's where you are a consultant for. Why? Because that's where you're standing. That's where you are. So wherever you are, be there. That's where you are. You're a consultant. I'm standing in a pizza shop. I'm a consultant for all the owners of pizza shops. Right? This kind of makes sense, yes? Right? Yes?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So, Mr. Business Owner comes out. I personally like to do a firm handshake. If, they're across the table, or they're somewhere that it's just not appropriate, come on, reaching over something or something strange. Don't do anything strange. Okay, because the moment you do something strange, they're gonna be like, I'm not talking to this person's strange. Okay? So just watch the strange stuff. If it's appropriate and somebody comes out to greet you, you're like, hi, how you doing? Great to meet you. That's it, that's all that is. But that all of a sudden now identifies you as a professional. Because I'll tell you what a lot of salespeople will do. A lot of salespeople will come in and they'll go, hi, how are you? My name is Brett Grossman, and it's a little, I mean, that's just a weird way to start off, and it almost sounds like pitchy. But if I come up and I go, hey, how are you? Brett Grossman, what's your name?
Rich.
Rich, great to meet you. Rich, I am a consultant for pizza shop owners all throughout Cherry Hill, New Jersey. That's just a different way to begin the conversation. Does everybody see what we did there? Okay? And so, if you don't have a chance to shake hands, please deliver a smile on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Everybody smile. Smile. Big and cheesy. Ah, we got some laughter. What does smiling do?
Brightens the eyes. Lightens it up.
Smiling brings upon bliss. Bliss is joyfulness. Joyfulness is happiness. Happiness and a smile make other people smile. It's very rare, it will happen, that you smile at somebody and they don't smile back. But if you smile at somebody, nice and big, hey, how are you? They're going to smile back. There's your icebreaker. Again, you're just looking for a shot here, right? You're just looking for a shot for them to give you another minute. Okay.
What was the follow-up about, after saying your name and they're asking for their name?
So I'm a consultant with other restaurateurs, whatever it is, other electricians, other HVAC owners. I am the consultant for this particular industry, okay? And here's my area of expertise. Now again, this is a script as a guide. Don't have to say it verbatim. I may say it to you 5 different ways till Sunday right now, but the script is going to give you the guide. I am an expert. What I do is I work with other business owners like myself. Now I want to identify myself as an expert, and I'm telling you I'm an expert. Why? Because I'm evangelical about my cause. Because I have a high level of belief. And so I'm an expert in your space. And what I do is I work with other owners just like you and just like I, Ryan, just like the two of us. Now I'm identifying with you. And I help you understand new tax laws, reduce liability, and how to incorporate them into your business this year. Now, it may sound like a mouthful, and you don't have to say it exactly, but just try to get the words out. I am looking, and what I do is I'm an expert at eliminating risk, reducing liability, and introducing new tax laws. Now be careful, because the moment you say new tax laws, they're thinking CPA, they're thinking accountant. But what we know is some of the new tax laws is actually a way for us to have a conversation, because I'm going to come back and show you an illustration in regards to some tax-free retirement, right? IRS publication, tax code 7702. Tax code 7702, when you have a life insurance policy attached, there's your loophole. So when they say, well, I already have a CPA, I already have an accountant, and that's going to be some of the normal rebuttal. Quite all right, I don't want you to get me confused with somebody that you already have as, somebody that you have as an existing partnership with, for example. So if somebody says, well, I already have a CPA, I already have a tax accountant. No problem, I don't want you to get me too confused between the two. I'm not here to replace them, and I'm actually not here to represent you as a CPA or a tax accountant. What I do is I actually deal in something called living benefits. It's a way for you to reduce risk in your business and even in your home. And then what I also want to do is I also want to show you how to reduce some liability that you currently have right now in your business. No different than the liability that a lot of other business owners have. And so again, this is just a way for you to use some language that will allow you to continue on the conversation. Okay? If you take a look at the second bullet point, you can use any number. 15 minutes, 19 minutes, 20 minutes. I'd like for you to give me about 19 minutes so that I can introduce, so I can show you 2 to 3 of these strategies and show you how you can incorporate them into your business this year, this month, this week. Whatever you want to say. Again, it's just a guide, but it's just a way for you to have a door opener. Mr. Business Owner, at the end, if I've provided you with 0 value, what I'd like to do for you is I'll hand you a gift card, we'll shake hands and part ways. Fair enough? And I put out my hand to seal the deal. No, 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 I'm really busy. No, 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 like I said, I've already got an accountant. No, 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 I just met with my lawyer. It's tax season, it's my business season, it's this season, it's that season. I gotta pray over it. I don't know what's going on. I'm really busy. Understood. Just repeat yourself. Again, here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'd like to be able to come back and give a little bit of downtime. And I'd like to come back and spend about 15 or 16 minutes with you. And I just want to show you 2 or 3 different strategies that you can incorporate in your business this week, next month, next year. Show you how to reduce liability. Introduce some new tax laws that you can take advantage of. And if I provide no value to you whatsoever, I'm going to hand you a gift card and I'm going to be on my way. Is this a fair way? And guess what? Some will say yes, some will say no. And then that's it. And we're just looking for the yeses. So you're going to go through the no's to get to the yeses. Again, if it was easy, everyone would be doing this. Does it work? Yes. But you have to go through the numbers. Okay? Anybody have any questions about this? Any questions? Is everybody alive?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Tom Lark.
What's this about? When they come back?
Yeah.
What's this about?
So I've had an opportunity to work with other entrepreneurs like yourself who own pizza shops in the area, who own salons in the area. And I've been able to show them 2 or 3 strategies to grow their business and to reduce the liability in both their home and their business. And I just want to do the same for you. This is what it's about. This is why I'm coming back.